Hey guys, it's Coach Alyssa with Your Best Moment Coaching. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could guarantee that we would have no hardship for the rest of all time? Don't you ever think that way? Kind of like if you're having a bad day and you're just, I don't know, you're hitting traffic, you're late, the kids are yelling or whatever else is happening. And it's just like, oh, why can't things just go smoothly? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just boop, 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 we just type in something in our, our life design and then we just don't have hardship anymore? Actually, I have to say, here's the deal. I was on that boat for a long time. Like, why does life have to be so hard? Like, adulting is hard. I don't want to adult anymore. But here's the deal. What I realized is, what would you be missing if you didn't have hardship in your life? You would be missing the ability to navigate hardship and to really even know who you are. I mean, trial by fire, right? You know, the refining fire, all these analogies that we have in our world for talking about human growth. So I'm not saying that you have to be stoked about hardship, okay? It's really, really, really hard, especially when you're in the middle of it, to be even grateful for it, to even just accept it is really difficult. Particularly, guys, if you've been through trauma, if you've been through real hardship, if you've been ever victimized or betrayed or any number of things. I mean, medical trauma is one of the things at the top of the list for how it actually affects us at a cellular level in a really painful, traumatic way. So I'm not saying that it's awesome that we have all these things, but the point I do want to make today is that resilience is the key. Resilience is where true joy and comfort come from. Resilience is where the ability to navigate comes in. So remember when I've been talking about attachment, right? Attachment and joy building when you're connected with somebody eye to eye and they're glad to be with you and you're making this connection. And then the attachment breaks. Somebody lets somebody down. Somebody, I don't know, it takes offense somehow and the attachment is then broken. The only thing that brings it back together is the reconnection process, right? So we're not looking for a perfect connection. We're not looking for perfect attachment in our relationships. We're looking for the ability to reconnect after attachment has been broken. That is resilience. It's the same in our lives, okay? We have this sort of, now whether or not you have a spiritual understanding of your world, I don't really know, but I do. And I really believe that there's a spiritual overlay to everything where we kind of go through sort of trusting that things are going to work out or being afraid that they're not. And so there's sort of like an overarching theme that I believe that things are going to have to work out for my good. And in hindsight, I can see how God has been guiding all of my steps, right? Every hard thing that happened, there were gifts inside of that. So I just wanted to say to you today, if you are struggling, if you've been through struggle, if you're trying to get on the path to healing, you're not alone. Just understand that. There are so many people, you don't know their story. You don't know they're putting on a happy face. They're putting their happy pictures on Facebook and Instagram and whatever else it is. We can't actually see inside that to know what kind of pain and struggle they've been through. And maybe they are genuinely joyful now, and it's because they came through a hard experience. But the bottom line is, if you are struggling, you're not alone. And there is going to be a gift in this for you, okay? You don't know what it's going to be. We can't dictate what the gift is. But even if the gift is being able to face your worst fear and to never have it affect you the way it's affecting you now in terror, to be able to go through and walk and just accept where you are and to have the spiritual and emotional muscles to show for it in the end, those are the things that are going to bring us our biggest dreams. Okay? I know that it's hard when you're in the darkness. Trust me, I have been there. I remember the day where I really was convinced that God could see what I was going through, my broken body, my broken heart, my broken spirit, my traumatized brain, and he literally just didn't care. I remember that day. And since that day, I really took note of when the joy started to come back, when the light started, when the end of the tunnel was even in sight, much less there was a light there. I mean, I couldn't even see that when I was in my darkness. But I'm here to tell you today, there is a good gift coming for you. And if you can just hang on, if you can just accept that resilience is the key, happiness and joy and those kinds of things, they're going to be on a flow. You know, we're not always going to be happy in these places. We're not always going to be accepting of the hardship. But I'm telling you, if you will stay the course and you will trust that there is a good plan for you, that the resilience and the tools that you get out of that are going to absolutely change the trajectory of your life and head you straight for your biggest dreams. So everything we're going through, the day-by-day stuff right now, is building us up, giving us a toolbox so that when our dream day comes, we're going to have all the tools we need, and we are going to be fully taking up the space that we deserve to take up on this planet. So hang in there. We're all in this together. And I just really wanted you to think today about resilience and not lack of hardship being the key. So lack of hardship leads to not very much character building. It leads to kind of a shallow existence, and it leads to not being able to connect with fellow humans on a really deep level. Resilience is just the will to keep walking. When you are walking through the fire, just keep walking. And on the other side, you're going to get your miracle. Okay? So hang in there today, guys. I want you to keep taking good care of yourselves. Even if you are walking through that fire, see what self-care you could do. Drink some extra water, light your candle, say an extra prayer, have a little meditation time, pet one of your animals. Just take good, tender care of yourself today. And I'll be back with you soon. Make today your very best moment.